And so it's so easy to be critical of the mistakes of the church, but the church is just people, imperfect people that are working towards perfection. What does President Nelson say? Perfection pending or whatever. I mean, it's very much in that way. And at some point, in someday, when the Lord does return and he rules in mortality and he is governing the day-to-day affairs of the church here with us, then we will be a lot closer to perfection. He will ensure that's the case. But we're not there yet. And so accepting that redemption is also part of the church. That redemption is also part of what we're enacting here in the rollout and the lived experience of the gospel. Like that's also part of the plan here. And we can't forget that, because if we start allowing ourselves, or we start hearing other members being too critical and complaining about and really focusing on some of the faults and the mistakes of the church, now you're starting to lean more into that Luciferian type mindset, where we should just enforce and require and ensure that there's never any wrongdoing. And that starts to take away the fundamental foundations of what the Lord has established.
And it's important to separate two different ideas here, which is the difference between the kingdom of God and the kingdom of heaven. Those are two different kingdoms, two different concepts that are often, those phrases are probably often used interchangeably. But the next couple of verses, it says, "Call upon the Lord, that this kingdom, the kingdom of God, may go forth upon the earth, that the inhabitants thereof may receive it, and be prepared for the days to come, in which the Son of Man shall come down in heaven, clothed in the brightness of his glory, to meet the kingdom of God, which is set up on the earth. Wherefore, may the kingdom of God go forth, that the kingdom of heaven may come, that thou, O God, mayest be glorified in heaven, so on earth." And, I mean, in my mind, this takes me to the temple journey of the plan of salvation, of going from the telestial to the terrestrial to the celestial. And I mean, what do we see happening in the temporal sense? We have the fallen world. We have our telestial world in which we find ourselves. We have the kingdom of God established, this terrestrial space that connects the fallen world with God, which is the church and the temple, or the priesthood on the earth. It's a terrestrial order and a terrestrial space. And it is meant to produce and to bring forth, or the kingdom of heaven, which is celestial glory. And that is represented here by the Son of Man coming from heaven to the kingdom of God, to the earth. The second coming is what we're preparing for. So we have this progressive order of the kingdom of the world, the kingdom of Babylon, the kingdom of God, which is on the earth being established. We're part of it. And it's meant to bring a greater kingdom, which is the kingdom of heaven, which is what you alluded to, is just Christ coming and actually having, right, more of a hands-on role in administering the kingdom and restructuring things even further and getting ready for greater things which are to come, which is exalting the elect, giving out inheritances, dividing up his inheritance with those whom he has chosen, and right, getting ready for this whole eternal realm to start over again. Thank you for watching. If you found this content spiritually enlightening, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Like the gospel, these little things make all the difference, and it helps the algorithm push out better content for everyone to enjoy on YouTube.